How are you guys doing? When I go to look at Casio watches online, in any online store, I always go to nywatchstore to take a look at the Casio watches. And nywatchstore sells a variety of brands of watches. They sell quite a few from the Fossil group, but they also sell the Casio. So the Casio Watch, the G-Shock, Pathfinder, Way Scepter, Databank, and they have a lot of Casio watches here, pretty well the full line of them. Yes, you can see here. But anyway, always check out the prices here on New York Watches. And I'm going to go through the list of Casio watches they do have. We'll start off with just the men's Casio watches. These are the best selling ones, but we'll start from the, let's see if we can start from the low to high. Okay, now we got the lowest priced ones to the highest priced ones. So they start with MQ24 watches at $7.55. And from there we go to the F91W-1 right here. They're $9.58. And from there we go to the F201WA. And then from there we go to the F200W. But as you can see, guys, there's a lot of different watches, even starting at the lowest prices. If you guys are after a watch, it wouldn't hurt to check out these Casio watches. I would say just start from the cheapest ones and work up, see what one really strikes your fancy. As you can see, look at this one here, this red one. Now it looks quite like a, you look at some of these G-Shock watches, pay like $100 for them. This F108WHC, $12.49. It's not a G-Shock watch, but you almost get that G-Shock look for that lower price. See that? People think you're wearing a G-Shock if you're wearing this watch. Doesn't look too much different than a G-Shock in my opinion. Let's just see what it says here. Illuminator. An electroluminescent panel causes the entire face to glow for easy reading. Case size 42 millimeters. There you go, there's not a bad buy right there, I'd say. If you want to watch it look something like a G-Shock. Here's another one that I looked at that was interesting. This one right here. MW240-3BV. It's an easy to read casual black watch. If you have a bigger wrist or you need a watch that's easier to read, there's a good option right here. $12.65. In Canadian, that's $16.54. So it's MW240-3BV. Its case size is 44 millimeters. So you get an analog style watch for under 15 bucks. It's still good brand name too, right? You know, you look at a lot of YouTube videos, they don't show too much of these kind of watches. They'll show the most popular models, but they don't show you some of these models you never even heard of. I'll just show you the inside of the watch there. That could be a good option. Anybody's got a bigger wrist, wants a bigger watch, there you go. Without having to spend too much money. I bet you that's a nice lightweight watch for its size too. That's a good example right there. I'll just pick out one from interest here that I think that you guys would like. Here's a 10-year battery watch. MW600F-1AV. Claims to have a 10-year battery. Water resistance of 100 meters. Wouldn't that be a nice watch to go on vacation with? You wouldn't have to worry about the battery dying. And 100 meters water resistance. Great watch to take on a vacation, I'd say. Case size 39 millimeters, so it's not that big of a watch. Looks pretty good though. The hands look nice on it. Almost like a diver style hands. Reminds you a little bit of the Seiko Citizen style diver hands. There's the inside of the watch there. A lot of people complain like they have a small wrist, and a lot of people complain they can't find a watch that fits them, or the watches they like are too big. Well, you might be able to do alright with this one here at 39 millimeters. Just get a face of it there. You might do alright with this one. Let's just go on down the line here. It's another one of those easy to read style ones I just showed you. Another interesting one right here. This one is HDA 600B-1BV. Reminds me a little bit of a more economical G-Shock, really. $14.35. Case size 42 millimeters. That's another 100 meter water resistant watch. The watch looks pretty good. So if you don't want to buy a G-Shock and spend those kind of prices, you try one of these out. It's got the protective bar in the front there. Bet that's a good watch. Let's see what it looks like on the inside here. That'd be also a nice watch to go on vacation with. That looks like a nice watch if you were going to a job every day where you're doing some manual labor. If you were just doing something like stocking shelves or maybe working on an automotive parts desk, that'd be a good watch right there in my opinion. Because it's got a little bit of protection for the crystal. You don't always need a sapphire crystal to have a protected watch, as you can see. So that's the first page. It just starts from low to high. We'll try something else here. Go from high to low. So these are the Protect watches. And the more expensive G-Shocks. More of the Protect and G-Shock lines. Then getting to the Edifice watches. See this watch right here? It's GW9400-3. Doesn't that remind you of the Schemy watch? It really does, doesn't it? You can see the Schemy is based on this model. But if you don't feel like paying a lot of money, just get the Schemy watch. You get those for like $10. It's always important to see what the underside of the watch looks like too, you know, because that's the part up against you, obviously. So if it looks too rough or too something, you know, it wouldn't be comfortable to wear. As you can see, this watch has a negative crystal display. So I don't know if this model comes in just in the silver type dial display. But this is quite a nice watch right here. Yeah. They list the watches really nice on this site too. As you can see, it's nice and plain. And it's listed a lot better than I think other sites. Then there's some limited edition type watches, as this one on your right here. And you guys into limited edition type watches? Then we're getting into the G-Shock watches here. You don't necessarily always have to buy a G-Shock to have a good watch, I don't think. We'll get into something else here. So best selling, just see that. Okay. You've probably heard of this one, you guys. This MDV 106-1AV. This little diver's watch here. It's not that little, actually. It's quite a large diver's watch. A quartz diver's watch. It's called the men's Casio Duro 200. And you guys into watches probably heard of this one. Let's see if we can get a look underneath it. It's a nice watch in my opinion. So $43.54 US. So case and bezel material, stainless steel, resin band, rotary bezel, stainless steel case, reliable screw lockdown crown. It's not locked down, but screw lock crown. Hands and hour markers with large fluorescent areas for easy reading. 200-meter water resistance for plenty of reliability. Mineral glass. Screw lock crown. Screw lock back. Anti-reverse bezel. Date display. Regular timekeeping analog 3 hands, hour, minute, second. Accuracy. Plus 20 seconds per month. You can't complain on that, can you? Case size, 48 millimeters. The battery life is 3 years. Size of case, 44 millimeters, 92 grams. Strap width, 22 millimeters. It just says something about the warranty type of things here. So if you guys are looking for a diver's watch, you don't want to spend too much money, it's going to be a good option right here for you. You would think there'd be more of a modding community for this type of watch here too, because it's not an expensive watch to buy initially. You think that people would be into modding these quite a bit. As if they messed it up, bad modification, messed it up, at least we wouldn't be owed too much money. I bet you a lot of you guys even own this watch right here. So as you can see, the digital watches are popular. Even these little calculator watches are popular too still. And these little world time watches. Some people call those, on the right there, they call those the Casio Royale. The 10-year battery watches are popular too, obviously. These little MRW 200H, these ones right here. Some people really like those watches. See what they look like underneath. And they are 45 millimeter case size. And some people like these little Forester watches here, that's in the middle. And this here watch is it's the AEQ 100W-1BV. It's a lovely little watch. I actually have one of these in my watch collection, this particular one right here. Mine's in the black and white. I think this is a bluish, kind of a blue darkened out one, but I have one in the black and white where the indices are white. It's a very nice watch. It's lightweight too. So this one is 52 millimeter case size. But it really doesn't look that big. It just looks like a little bit smaller G-Shock really. But the strap is nice on it. It's got that zigzag strap on the end of it where the case joins. It wears nice. This watch looks good. It's a little bit hard to set because you have to just go on the pushers here on the sides to set everything. So it takes a little bit to learn how to set it. See these pushers on the very edge of it, on the edge of the case? You have to push those things to set your hands. This one also has the 10-year battery life. So I would recommend this watch for you guys that's looking for, if you don't want a G-Shock, and because G-Shocks are fairly expensive, I'd say. Solar watch that's on your left here. This one right here, this chronograph here, described as a heavy-duty sports watch. MCW 100H-1AV. So you don't necessarily need a G-Shock, in my opinion. If you get a really inexpensive watch and you break it all up, well, they're so cheap to replace too, right? See, this watch has a big crown guard on there too. But a big crown guard can be an annoyance too, right? So this one is 100 meters water resistant. It's 51.8 millimeter case size. So it's a lightweight watch too, 50 grams. Chronograph function. I think these Casio watches are actually really fun because there's such a variety of them. I think somebody that has a Casio watch collection has a good collection, really, in my opinion. Here's a watch here for not too much money. It has a bunch of sensors on it. Lots of features on some of these watches. Thermometer. So you guys can have a lot of fun with these watches. So this one is SGW 100-2B. Twin sensor digital compass. Yeah. And we'll get up to here to see if we can get a list of the G-Shocks. So we just get into men's Casio watches. So I just go in the search G-Shock and see what we get. Go for lowest to high, because we like low price watches too. Those are Timex. So this is the DW5600E-1V. A lot of people like this watch. That's what the underside of it looks like. $40.82. 200 meter water resistant. Shock resistant, of course. Battery life of 2 years. A lot of you guys probably heard of this watch. It's a popular model. Some other G-Shocks here. I guess when you put in the shock watches, you get the Timex ones too on this site. So press shop. Men's watches. These are the various watches they sell. You can see some of the ones from the Fossil group. Some more G-Shock watches here. What's your favorite G-Shock watches, you guys? I'd like to know that. Just show you some other brands they sell here. So as you can see, there's quite a few of them from the Fossil group too. Some of these brands would be considered fashion brands, but they still sell the Casio. Some of the G-Shocks. Just look at the shipping information. General shipping information. All orders are shipped within 1 business day unless otherwise stated. Tracking numbers, if available, will be automatically emailed on the day of the shipping to the email address provided by the customer. All packages shipped by Top One International are insured against loss or damage. Customers will be contacted by email if there are any problems on processing the order or shipping the package on time. So if you guys order anything off the internet, always check about the shipping, right? So for Canada, flat rate of $9.95 US, which would be $13.01 Canadian, approximately 5 to 14 days. So you can see all the countries they do ship to. But in my opinion, I think a lot of these watches you're getting better prices than you would on Amazon. See other things they do sell here. Daily deal. Still lots of Casio watches. It's a little Forester watch. Just show you where these guys are located. Great Neck, New York. Top One Corp. nywatchstore.com. So you guys think? Just wanted to show you guys where I go to look at Casio watches online. And I go to these guys first to check out their prices. I don't go to Amazon first. I go to these guys first, and then I get their prices and compare them to anybody else. But I suggest you guys come here too. Check out their prices first and calculate in the shipping. You could very well get a better deal on a Casio watch or some of those other brands than going on Amazon or some other sites. So, what do you guys think? Comment in the comment section and we can have a discussion. So thank you for your time, you guys.